getting ready to depart my little oasis here. We're doing about 30 miles today. It's forecast to be showers, so it'll be hot and steamy in foul weather gear. But I spent yesterday working, got a day's work in, got another video almost finished, just got to add the dubbing in, and that'll be done, ready to upload. So today we're going from here, where I've been hiding, all the way up the coast to the mouth of the fjord, Fjord. I'm going to go down that fjord all the way to the end. Not today. Today I'm going to anchor at the mouth of the fjord up here. We're going to have some, potentially, we're going to have some strong winds tonight. Maybe 25-30 knots. So I'm going to anchor up there in shelter. So in total it's about 30 miles. Not expecting to have wind that I can use for most of it, but we'll see. Time to get going. And we're sailing. Going to be heading down some gaps between the islands for a lot of the day today, so I'm not sure we'll have wind we can use for all of it. But actually it's shaping up looking like a nice day. Oh, is that a lobster pot? There's a lobster pot. Not seen many of them out here actually. One every now and then. That's about it. That's certainly not a very well marked one if it is. And here comes the high-speed ferry. Not a lot I can do to get out of his way. I'm only moving at 2 knots. He's going to squeeze through there. Oh yeah, he's shifting. And that bridge down there is 30 meters high. We're only 17, so no worries whatsoever. That's the lowest bridge I've got today. The wake is such a short wavelength, it's really horrible. Oh crap, there's another one coming. I've got about, oh crap, there's another one 2 minutes and then do it all again. The wind has gone, so we're motoring to get through the narrows here and under the bridge before the next high-speed ferry comes. I might have been a bit optimistic about the wind this morning. There is now none. Hopefully when I get out from between these islands there'll be a little bit of breeze, so I haven't put the sails away yet. And there's a lobster pot on the nose. And I might have been a bit pessimistic about the weather because it's now blazing hot. 26 degrees already. It's only 9 AM. Suffice to say the oilies are off. Right now I just feel like peeling everything off. Right now I just feel like peeling everything off. Sailing in my... Just about to cross over the mouth of Fjords. I've probably completely destroyed the name of that, but anyway, that's where we are. I'm heading north up that gap between the mountains there and into the next fjord up. Well, the sun's gone and it's raining. Not very hard at the moment, but it's raining. It's still absolutely stunning though. Just going to go around the tip of this island here, then head up between the mountains through a narrow gap. And at the top of that is the anchorage. We've got about 15 miles to go, something like that. So halfway today. It's 1 PM at the moment. And that's where we're going. Up through this gap, over the top, and we'll anchor up in here. Or maybe in here. We'll see when we get there. And then from there it'll be down the fjord to the end. The fjord that Ian and Andrea are taking goes all the way down here. It's about 100 miles or so up through this gap. I'm taking a slightly shorter route. Anchor up. But having looked at the pictures online, I think the views are just as spectacular. Or maybe in here. anchorage for the night is just over there. Not sure whether I'm going to sneak into the inside of the gap between those rocks. It looks quite narrow on the charts, but we'll see. I'll go and have a look. If not, I'll anchor on the outside. The wind at the moment is coming from due east. It's supposed to swing round to the south and then blow a little bit tonight, up to 18 knots, nothing horrific. And then tomorrow we head into the mountains over there. No doubt motoring again, but that's kind of expected. Wind, when I've had wind today, it's been directly on the nose, apart from for a short spell this morning. Chunk of rock out there and relaxing. Do that tonight. That's just so impressive. I wonder if there's any anchorages around there. It'd be quite cool to get out and have a look at it. And here we are. I just put 50 meters of chain out in about 14 to 20 meters of water, 14 maybe 18 meters. Haven't gone inside the little gap there, just wouldn't have enough swinging room. It's about 20 meters deep in there, so I'm just waiting for the wind to blow us round, so we're facing over that way, and I'll set the anchor, and then during the night the wind is going to come from over there, or possibly over there, which is where he's coming from now, even though the weather forecast says the wind's coming from over there. But that's what the mountains and valleys do, they change the wind direction, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, we've got absolutely bags of swinging room here, so the nearest rocks are there. We're not going to go anywhere near them. Of course, the other benefit of motoring for so long is that, especially on a rainy day like this, I can have a lovely hot shower. Oh, bags of hot water. It's lovely. As I'm sure you can hear and see, today is slightly rainy. It's been like this all morning. It's clearing up over there. Gotta say, that mountainous island looks very impressive. I'm definitely going to have to see if I can get out to that. But for the time being, I'm staying put, doing some work while it rains. I don't need to rush anywhere, so why not? I'll wait until the sun comes out. Well, after all the rain, the wind has now decided to swing round to the west, so I'm going to have to move. Can't stay here. Going to motor a couple of hours into the fjord and find somewhere a bit more sheltered. That's the trouble with anchoring. The anchorage is great until the wind blows from a direction it wasn't supposed to. Oh well. Goodbye to that anchorage. Next anchorage is just round the corner here. I'm going to go round the headland, shelter behind it, away from the westerly. Then I can make my dinner, which I was just starting to prepare when I noticed the wind had turned. The waves were starting to make my dinner, which I was just starting to prepare when I noticed the wind had turned. And just like that, an hour later, a new anchorage. I'm just setting the anchor. One thing that they're never taught about anchoring is you can use your dinghy to tell if the anchor's set. Because if the dinghy is pulling behind us like that while I'm in reverse, we're going backwards. So that looks like, I put 50 meters of chain out, that looks like it's skipping. Let's just knock it out of reverse for a second. Yeah, definitely dragging. Okay, a little trickle of reverse. What I'm watching for is for the anchor chain jumping up and down. See that? That's the anchor dragging over the bottom. Okay, so the anchor's caught. Nope, not quite. Well, if I look back there, it's the dinghy is out behind us where the wind is blowing in, which means we're not going backwards. So the question is, should I give it a bit more beans? I think maybe I should give it a little bit more. What's it on now? 9,000. 10,000. A little bit more. See what happens. That's holding. Excellent. Okay, Mr. Dinghy is behind us. Good, good, good. So, knock that down. Don't need the throttle, just need the engine. Going to put the rest of the chain out and add a snubber. So probably not the best anchorage in the world. There we go. So as long as the wind doesn't blow insane, won't be a problem. So how much chain we've got out? We've got, let's call it 60 meters plus 10 meters for the length of the boat. Just pop it in reverse for a second. So allowed distance, actually 75 is fine. Set the anchor, relative location, distance to anchor is, let's call it 65 meters because it won't all be on the seabed. Bearing to anchor, it's about 180 degrees. Set anchor. There we go. Done. Now I can turn the engine off.